Hello, and welcome to yet another exciting episode of Action Reaction, featuring the Black Series Walmart exclusive 332 Battalion Clone Troopers, or as we lovingly call them, the Ahsoka Clone Troopers. Please stay around till the end to have a look at some of the exciting photographs of this action figure and some history with the articulations and the design of this particular figure. We're just looking around the box, just so that you get that complete immersion of the design with which the box was created. Now, 332nd Battalion was part of the famous 501 Legion that was headed by Anakin Skywalker. This particular battalion was created in the Star Wars Clone Wars Season 7, specifically the episode Old Friends Not Forgotten. And this particular clone trooper played a very significant, and I mean, this is a battalion of them, right? They were created to honor Ahsoka Tano, and they had the leadership of Captain Rex, or should I say Commander Rex, for the last 4 episodes of the Star Wars Clone Wars Season 7. I love that season. So now, without any further ado, let's get our clone trooper out of the box, and I'd like to get the help of my buddy Dean. So Dean, help me out. And I'm just gonna move out with this, as fast as I could, so that we can actually see this figure and experience this figure. Wow, this looks quite awesome. He has his signature blaster, 2 of them, a big and a small. And finally, I'm trying to get him standing up. So there he is in all his glory. And this is, I believe, the basic design of the 501 clone trooper that was released with, I think, the 4-figure package, which I think was exclusive to Entertainment Earth, if I'm not wrong. But I think the design is based on that. But in terms of figure, I think this is of the Hasbro's newly created clone trooper figure that we have already seen in the wave earlier, specifically the Kamino Trooper. As you can see, I have the Kamino Trooper with grey color on the right and a regular Phase 2 Clone Trooper on the left, which was also, I think, a part of a 4-figure series which was exclusive to Amazon. So let's go talk about this figure in a bit detail. So out of the box, we have the figure with that gorgeous helmet and 2 of his accessories, which are your normal clone trooper weapons. The first is DC-15A rifle, which you will find with every clone trooper, so there is absolutely no change. This is a weapon that's been used very massively for the clone troopers. The other is the DC-15S carbine, which is sort of like a small blaster, and this is actually the first time I know their names, so that's nice. So this is the general issue of what we get. Now let's take a look at this figure, just turning him around slowly so that you can fully see what kind of a figure we are getting. Just turning it around very slowly. And again, I think this is the new body for the clone trooper that was created. So when the new wave or the new box design came up, clone trooper and stormtrooper, we got new bodies. Let's go to the USP, the helmet that has the facial features of the Lost Jedi Ahsoka Tano. And that is what differentiates this figure from the regular 501 clone trooper figure. Now just comparing it with the regular Kamino Trooper, you can see this is the exact same body with the changes on the design. So cool that we got this and not a rehash. So as you can see clearly, the helmet, it contains all those little details that are expected of the helmet. I think it has a ball joint coming down. The regular details that we have with the belt and buckles that we have, a shoulder pad which comes down to the arm protector. I think that this is the basic armor that we have. And just looking at it, this is nothing really different from a clone trooper, except for the accents that have been added to distinguish or make it into a 332nd clone trooper. I'm just pointing out those minute changes that makes this into the 332nd Ahsoka clone trooper. So again, this is just a armor, and below that they have their normal clothing, which you can see those black things that we see beyond those yellow armor plates, those are the actual clothing. So this figure, the clone trooper, it's not a complete armor, right? Like the I'm assuming clone, even the stormtrooper has the same print. So you can see those small weathering or effects that have been given to give it a cloth like appearance, and that is present at every joints of the figure. We can see the shin guards, beautifully detailed. And I mean, I wouldn't really go ahead and comment on the body as such, because this will be the exact same thing that we get on any clone trooper that we have, be it of past or be it of present. I think for the present one, they have added some more, very minute details which will not be visible to the naked eye. But other than that, it's the same old body, but I'm assuming with better articulations and the accents and or the design changes that really makes it a 332nd. And again, no changes. Oh, let's have a look at the helmet. Yeah, that's their respiratory or their breathing apparatus, right? That's a hand making a fist. All right, just have a look. This is beautiful. Let's go ahead and look at the articulations. So again, we have the figure. It tilts a bit side to side pose. I mean, nothing better. Let's see. Not much up, significantly down. I see good movement on down, and the head goes all the way around. Yeah, pretty much. I'm trying to just remove it, but you know what? This is not like the regular ones. I mean, I might be probably able to remove it, but I just do not want to risk it. Not after all the efforts that I have spent. Looking at his hand, oh nice, the shoulder pad is actually just a plastic, it's not a hard plastic. So due to this, the hand can go way up and it can turn around very nice. So I'm actually happy with this. Yep. Just trying to compare it with the old clone trooper figure wherein it was a hard plastic, that's how much it went. But this can go way beyond. This goes beyond your 90 degree. And beautiful. I mean, I like this new improvement on this particular figure. Okay, just focusing on his arms now. So this is how much it goes up, and I think I think this is an improvement over the old clone trooper figure. Just looking at his hands, yep, goes in and out. So very nice. Yep. I think they have a very good hand articulation this time around, which goes completely around. So yeah, this is really nice. Let's look at its chest. This much down, this much up. Not really, I mean, not big on this articulation, but I think fair, decent amount. His legs, it goes entirely 90 degree, and I think it goes beyond that. Yeah, let's I think this is way better. I mean, this is good. This is actually good. I am impressed with this. It does a very good job of moving that leg up. Let's try and break out that knee. Straight figure. Okay, not going very much back, but I don't see that it has that double jointed knee, so I understand. And again, the completely useless toe articulations. The reason Hasbro has such bad legs, that's their toe articulation. So it goes up and down. I mean, I would be fine if they don't come with the toe articulation. I mean, there is nothing really more that we can do. So this was the figure, and I mean, I'll just bring on the old clone trooper. This is how much it used to go up, which was significant. This is how much it used to go back, and it also has a single arch. So this is way much better. This is way better than the original figure. Yeah, just trying to give you a side-by-side comparison over here. So yeah, this new clone trooper, or actually this new clone trooper body, is a significant upgrade on the old body. Yeah, still has the problem with its legs, but yeah, I think should be good. So let's try and stretch it out to see the maximum reach of this particular figure. Yeah, let's try to put this up, and this is the maximum reach of the figure. So I wouldn't say bad. This is a very significant upgrade on the figure. Now I'll start and pose the figure, and meanwhile, while I'm posing it, let's go through the history of this particular character, or this particular set of clone characters. So this character came, as I mentioned, in the last season of Clone Wars, specifically the episode 9 through 12, which was synonymous or which ran alongside or were in sync with the Revenge of the Sith. This is where the Order 66 came into play. They were created in honor of Ahsoka Tano when she came to the Republic to ask help regarding the siege of Mandalore. These were the clone troopers who helped Ahsoka put down Maul and get Mandalore back to its rightful rulers. This is during this particular time is when they were transporting Maul from Mandalore to Coruscant that the Order 66 came into effect. As a result, the clones turned on Ahsoka, but Ahsoka, as her nature, did not kill any of them. At the end of Clone Wars, all the clones who were in this 332nd Battalion were killed. They died either at the hands of Maul or due to the sabotage that Maul had engineered to escape from his captivity. None of the clones that were part of 332nd Battalion survived except Ahsoka and Commander/Captain Rex. So this was a brief history of this clone troopers. Now, since these were Walmart exclusives, they were pretty hard to get when they initially came out for pre-orders. I had set up the order, got cancelled, but thankfully, thanks to my Instagram friends, I got the notification that they were back in stock, and due to divine, or I would say pure luck, I got a bunch of them. And now they are sort of my clone troopers behind my Ahsoka. So, in terms of availability, they were very scarce to begin with, but Walmart redeemed itself. Walmart and Hasbro both redeemed themselves by creating or providing the collectors more opportunities to get this particular figure. Now I'm just putting him in one of my favorite pose wherein he's trying to snipe his intended victim or his intended prey. This looks a very good and dynamic pose. Like many of Star Wars fans, clones do carry a special place in our hearts. I mean, they were the best fighters that were available. Because of them, finally Siths were overturned. Republic had that grand victory, no matter how small, and finally they were responsible for killing all the Jedis except Obi-Wan Kenobi and Yoda, and some few who were scattered across the galaxy. So with this, I end this review, and thank you very much for joining me in this review. Have a great day and see you next time.